People have been made fearful and desperate. They need a savior. They crave a hero. And they will worship the man who can bring them to victory, a man who would then have cause to march to the ends of the earth.
I serve only the greater good of Egypt.
No, General, you serve me.
While the tale of one Egyptian king has already been written, the story of Avan Jogia is only in its opening chapter. The Canadian actor has landed the lead role in a new miniseries that fills in the gaps of King Tutankhamun's rise to power. Avan joins us from New York to talk a little bit more about that. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well, thanks. I'm curious because, there's been so much written and done about King Tut. What was it like for you to land this role of this iconic ruler?
Well, it's interesting because there's been so much speculation about his death, but not a lot of kind of speculation about his life and what it was like to be the boy king Tutankhamun. And this is the first time we've done a dramatic retelling of it for any screen, the small screen or the big screen. So yeah, it was really cool to kind of break in that character and obviously to play someone who has such a particular story to their pharaohhood. It's an interesting role.
What was it like for you to work with an actor as accomplished as Ben Kingsley?
Look, I didn't say anything.
Well, I grew up admiring him heavily. I watched all his movies, Gandhi, Sexy Beast, and so to work with him was it's an incredible experience. And it's funny because now it's actually more, I think I'm more like kind of starstruck doing press with him now, I guess, because now he's Sir Ben Kingsley and not the character. Like, there's this thing that actors do when they get onto set, and there's like, this kind of this disconnect between the two people through this kind of like the dramatic kind of hierarchy or whatever it is. So like you play the scene, but now that we're doing press together, I'm like, you're Sir Ben Kingsley. You're Sir Ben Kingsley. It's very interesting how that changes very quickly. But yes, yeah. I mean, as an actor, what a lovely experience, and obviously a dream of mine to work with such great talent.
Yeah, for sure. So fortunate. But you're such a great talent. You've done so many things in between. I read that when you were in high school, you knew at some point throughout that you wanted to become an actor, and your parents actually said, okay, go off maybe to LA and see if you can land a job there?
Yeah, they were like, we'll go down to LA, 6 months. If you get a job, that's great. Now you're an actor, good for you. If you're not, you have to come back and finish high school and all that lovely stuff. So it turns out that I go down there and I booked a job, and I've been down there ever since in Los Angeles. Yeah. I'm from Vancouver, Canada originally. You
must be pretty glad you made that decision. Your parents must be really glad you made that decision now and very proud of you.
Yeah, it's always this kind of leap of faith, but it's all, my parents have always kind of told me that it's a preparation for luck,
Wow.
It's about being prepared for lucky things to happen.
Well, great. We will be watching the miniseries Tut coming up, and thank you very much for your time. Take care, Avan.
Thank you very much. Take care now.